Welcome back. We're starting the front page review with The Nation major headline. Alleged terror financing. DSS arrest ex-AGF Malami. Ex-minister collaborator remains abroad. We have the picture story of Sanwo-Olu signs 4.4 trillion naira 2026 budget. How assailants killed mother, 6 children in Kano by neighbors. Then, why PDP secretariat remains locked by FCT police. CBN, banks raised lending to firm households in Q4 2025. The arrest trial for criminal defamation begins on Thursday. Abdurrasak Emir Sarki, others mourn Ilorin chief imam. Kano governor firms up APC defection plan. And Nigeria ready for front seats in global economy. There's another picture of President with Governor Yusuf yesterday. I think it has to do with the campaign process. And final story in the paper, INEC excludes PDP, SDP candidates from Ekiti 2026 final list. So what story are we starting with?
I didn't see the Ilorin Chief Imam's story. I grant him journal. But I saw the major headline. The DSS picks up Malami over terror financing. Okay. The DSS yesterday picked up the former Minister of Justice just as he finished, perfecting his bail conditions, and as he was stepping out of Kuje, they were waiting for him. According to the Nation had reported that, while EFCC was investigating him for the 8 billion naira diversion that he was being investigated for, himself, his son, and some other persons, they came across a stash of ammunition and arms in his Benin Kebbi mansion. And so because of that, of course, they handed over the ammunitions and arms to the DSS, who then continued an investigation into his into terror financing, because one of his cohorts is a collaborator, is also an ex-minister who is now on their watch list. They said he had set up base outside the country to attack the country from outside. And they, while conducting this investigation, they discovered that they were working together to bring terror attacks into the country. I hope this is not another Dasuki case on our hands, but they've arrested him now, so he's going to be interrogated for any possible collaboration. But allegedly, this is what they're doing.
Legendary. Yeah, so I have this very, it's a boring story, CBN, but let me try and see how I can make it a little bit interesting. So access to credit finance for households and companies improved according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. That's the CBN report.
They're not borrowing us more money.
Quarter last year. They said the banks increased lending to meet higher demand for loans for mortgages, overdrafts, inventory, and capital investment. Now, the fourth quarter 2025 credit condition survey, that's the CCS report, released yesterday by the CBN, indicated increase in demand, supply, and approval for loans across personal and corporate credits. Now, the survey, which covered a 3-month period, ended December 31st, 2025, was coordinated by the Statistics Department of the Economic Policy Directorate of the CBN. It's a lot of data here, but what they said that caught my attention is said that banks were willing to offer lower interest rates to most corporate borrowers, but rather increase the lending rates to unsecured and secured lending rates to households. So households got theirs increased. They offered lower to corporates. At the end of the day, the data they have showed that many people were not able to pay back. The default rates were very high, especially with the corporates that they had lended money to. And you know how these percentages go. So sometimes you get loan from bank as a business, your business is not meeting up to, and you're not able to pay back. So they are looking to review it. Maybe they will have to reduce the rate. I don't know how they're going to do it, but a lot more people actually need loans to be able to do better. Exactly. But our interest rates are crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, are you the one that took the story of assailants?
Yes, I did. I took the story. This happened in, oh my gosh. This happened in Chiranchi, Doraya area of Kano. It was this lady and her 6 kids. The guy who was telling the story, his name is Malambala Abubakar. He was a neighbor. He said he heard this loud scream. So he was undressing to have his bath. He quickly put on his clothes and rushed out. And And when he got out, all other neighbors too had gathered. They went to go and try to say, they heard the lady Fatima screaming, Umar, don't kill me, don't kill me. But by the time they all got inside, the assailants had run away and they met, what they saw was terrible. All the 6 children, all their lifeless bodies, blood everywhere.
Oh no.
It was very, very, very sad story. The husband had gone to the market. So they started looking for the assailants. They found one in a toilet. So they arrested him. So, you know, according to Muslim rites, they had to bury before the sun went down. Some of the assailants were
around during the...
at the funeral. They went to go and watch. Yeah, at the funeral. But they didn't know that detectives were following them. So Umar actually apparently was the nephew of the man. They haven't said why
he did it.
He did it, but they've arrested, I think, 3 of them. They've arrested a number of them. They've arrested, Umar Awalu, 23, Isiaku Yakubu, 40, and Yakubu Abdulaziz, 21. All of them from Kano.
Yeah, the evil has always been with us, honestly. So
I would like to know what prompted...
rational
did you see the picture? Did you... Little kids
that were killed.
That were killed.
The kind of evil to be in a human being to do that kind of thing.
And the girl she was only 30. Her first child was 17.
Really, really young. Jeez. Moving on to the punch. Oh my God, we cannot do that calculation. That means the first child was punch. Amnesty deal. Major headline. Outrage mounts as Katsina moves to release 70 bandits. Tinubu told to stop release of bandits on trial. And then we have the banks record rising loan defaults amid strong demand. That's from BC already took that story. DSS arrest Malami. Nima took that story. Ekiti poll, SDP, PDP reject exclusion from INEC final list. And the job scam, syndicates luring Nigerians into Ukraine-Russia war. Military discovers Boko Haram underground storage field dump. Kano governor meets Tinubu amid defection talks. And federal government votes 10 million naira for Abuja runway after scrapping the 532 billion naira deal. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll continue with front page review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the papers. YK, you have a story in Punch, or who is taking the Ukraine story,
I have
please?
the Ukraine story. It is
you.
we have to be careful. Careful out
so
there.
Nigerians are going to fight war they don't know about.
We have to be very careful. So this, visa and immigration syndicates are deliberately sending Nigerians to the battlefield in Russia, particularly. So they have this follow story from the Punch. They followed 2 Nigerians, one Bankole and one Oloko, who wanted to go outside the country to Europe for greener pasture. A syndicate told them they were going to start a security job in Europe, Russia particularly, and he sent them. They got there, they found the Russia counterpart saying that they came to fight war, insisting that they sign a contract to join the war. It's a long read, but it's a very interesting one. Fortunately, this Nigerian who met another Nigerian who was an Amotekun official in Nigeria, and he thought, okay, Amotekun no pay well, I'm going to join the security outfit that pays well. Imagine they say the security outfit will pay them $1,500 monthly, and comparing it to any salary anywhere in the world, you're gonna jump on it, and so they jumped. And when they got there, found they were in the battlefield. The Nigerians refused to join. In the story, 2 of them refused to join, and they found their way back home. Fortunately for them, but they paid through their nose. They paid $500 at one point. They paid another $500 at another point to get out of the deal. And their passports were seized, but they found ways to pay additional money to get them back home. And, once they got here, they shared the story. And, of course, they're following the story in the Punch on how they end up there. Somebody who was making 500,000 monthly here was, among them, and he went, and it's just a sad thing. 3 other Nigerians, one Kenyan and one Sudanese, Africans, who they met there were killed in the war. Yes, and
you know, even the Ukrainians, they are now running away because they are drafting them by force, by fire. You know, so they are going through serious. A lot of them die.
God will not let us see what we have not seen. What we are saying we can fight.
No, we can't.
Because when a war is, everybody is an opportunity.
Your 16-year-old son, if they catch him,
they enlist them. All of these NYSC wearing uniform. All the men.
But at least we're giving awareness to people so that they don't start thinking they want to go and do a security job. Don't go and do a security job outside the country because you might be drafted into war.
Don't do any job, particularly Russia. Be careful on how you know.
Prominent social political organizations, including Afenifere Arewa Consultative Forum, Ohaneze Ndigbo, the Middle Belt Forum, and others have expressed outrage over a plan by Katsina State government to release 70 bandits as part of measures to patch up a floundering peace pact with bandit leaders. The group had separate interviews with The Punch, and they described the move as reckless and a danger to national security, calling on the federal government to halt the provocative action. Also, religious and community leaders in Katsina State voiced strong opposition to the proposed amnesty for the bandits, and they described that this is a grave threat to the state. Katsina, they say, is dealing with a surge in bandit attacks with over 1,500 civilians killed between 2021 and 2025. Recently, the state government approved the release of 70 suspected bandits as part of peace deal with the armed group. The move had sparked controversy. Critics are arguing that this actually undermines justice and emboldens the criminals to continue. They said they couldn't confirm, that's the paper now, Punch, whether the bandits had been released or not after one of the correspondents had visited the office of the Katsina State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General to confirm if the bandits were still in custody and verify the authenticity of the alleged documents, including signatures reportedly linked to the release of the suspects. But, you know, ministry officials had declined talking about it or commenting on the issue. They were not confirming, they were not denying the allegation. So many Nigerians, experts, security experts are condemning the move, say this is just about impunity, and the governor does not have any right to release bandits and get into negotiations. I know we've talked about this over and over, that may not be the right way to handle the issue of terrorism and banditry, because it seems like it's emboldening them. They are making more money. It's now business for them. So if they hold the government to ransom, somehow money will come out, and we need to find better ways to really
them, they kidnap our people and they do a swap
deal with these people.
Okay, what story do you have?
The troops of the Operation Hadinkai have uncovered an underground Boko Haram logistics storage facility. It was stocked with medical supplies, fuel, and other critical materials. They discovered it after overrunning several terrorist enclaves in the Timbuktu Triangle of Borno State. This information was given to us by the officer of the Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Hadinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Uba Sani. He told this to the press on Monday, and he says under the Operation Desert Sanity, it resulted in the destruction of several camps. So according to the military, they have destroyed several camps. They have uncovered their underground enclaves and degraded their logistical and operational capabilities of the Boko Haram and ISWAP elements operating in the axis.
So I was very curious about the Abuja second runway, because they've been complaining about our aviation sector that our airports can't take big planes. So whenever you fly to Nigeria, if you're taking 2 flights, the one that comes to Nigeria they would use a smaller kind of plane because we can't take a bigger one. So the Abuja runway is a project that they're supposed to do since like 2009, estimated at 64 billion naira then. Then as of 2023, the cost had risen to 90 billion. But by 2025, the cost was projected to be 532 billion naira.
It is expensive every day.
The ballooning was ballooned. So there's been controversy around the contract being awarded, the budget money being released, only for the Minister of Aviation, Minister Festus Keyamo, had allocated just 10 million naira for the project in 2026 budget. What would 10 million naira do in this project? I don't know. But it's a bit worrisome because we shouldn't put what will not be enough to do what we need to do. It won't get done. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline. Pandemonium, gunshots as contractors lock out minister. Resume protest over 4 trillion naira unpaid debts. Then, controversy trails abduction of 100 worshippers in Kaduna Church. Army denies mutiny threat report over salaries and allowances. Nigeria records 150,000 naira. I just like money too much. Nigeria records 150,000 sickle cell births yearly. Or your foundation
there was
ones.
no naira inside that.
I just read money.
Okay.
Man cries out over murder of twin sons. Nephew burning of house over control of oil well. FCTA workers strike. Lock gates over pension. Exam failures. Intimidation. Others. Wike counters. Insists 10 out of 14 demands met. Says action unnecessary and ill-motivated. Okay, so there's this sad story about man crying out over mother of twin sons.
He's a native of Ukugba.
Which area?
Obiaku. Don't worry.
State.
Imo State.
Okay.
It's your language. So you'll be able to tell me, pronounce it for me, but please forgive me. He's cried about the gruesome murder of his 2 sons. He's accusing somebody called Sixtus Chinenye Odinaka and his gang members. They're all from the same community. He said the gang members of the suspect were a beneficiary of the amnesty granted to militants by Governor Rocha's Okorocha administration. They have been threatening his family, and then they killed the first son in February, or the 7th of February 2025, and then he's alleging that they killed his first son. Then they now threatened him that all this one that he's doing, they will kill the second son and he will use his head to drink palm wine. That now on the 12th of September 2025, he surfaced again and murdered his second son, second twin son, and he had warned him that he will use the head to drink palm wine. They beheaded him, Sha. So he said he actually...
Because of oil well.
Those things are
says he had been evading arrest, but the police have caught him. So he is even thanking the police, but he wants to know what's happening. They caught him trying to escape through the Cameroonian border. So they've brought him back and he's under arrest. But he's saying, please.
Country. So many, okay, you're taking so many heavy negative news. So we need to
Is it not inside your paper?
So
Yeah,
we
we
have
need to
the major
Need
headline
to
in the
flush
Sun.
you afterwards.
Yes.
So all indigenous contractors association of Nigeria yesterday
The drama.
picketed Ministry of Finance singing how many people government go kill. So they prevented the Minister of State for Finance from entering, Doris Azuka Anite, from entering into the ministry. Even when her security tried to forcefully gain entrance, they block them. They said until that their demands are met. They're talking about 4 trillion naira allegedly owed to this association. They said they have delivered on all these contracts and that there was budget for the money, appropriation for the money in the budget of 2024 and 2025 budget, and that till now they've not been paid.
Released.
That they are also accusing federal governments of reneging on their agreement with them. She had mentioned that there will be payment if they submit a list of contractors who have completed their projects and they don't have any left over. But even after that submission of that list, there was nothing that was paid, and they're saying the next level is to to collapse, according to them, or to hold the economy to ransom. So we're hoping that they take it. This is, for me, as far as I'm concerned, this is a huge embarrassment.
It is.
We see your story.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we can take it quickly.
Okay. So I wanted to quickly just do the one on health in the Tribune.
Okay.
Yes,
Go
so a
ahead.
consultant and neurologist, Dr. Temitope Farombi, has raised the alarm over the growing burden of brain diseases in Nigeria, warning that the country lacks essential drugs, rehabilitation facilities, and preventive strategies to tackle such diseases effectively. Dr. Farombi, consultant at the University College of Hospital, College Hospital, UCH Ibadan, and founder of Brain Center Neurological and Rehabilitation Services, spoke during activities that was marking the first anniversary of the Brain Center in Ibadan. That was launched in January 2025. They said it's a one-stop facility for neurological and rehabilitation care. The Brain Center has created more than 160 neurological cases within its first year, reflecting the growing burden of brain-related conditions in the country. According to him, he said many neurological disorders affecting Nigerians are largely preventable, yet government policies and healthcare investments remain focused on treatment rather than prevention.
That's what we can take on front page review. We also are recording more sickle cell. Nigeria is number one in sickle cell. 150,000 births every year, even as the information is here. We're not doing enough. But let's spread the information. When we return from the break, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.